In CAD programming interfaces, the user codes instructions, the system renders, and the user validates the design in an incremental and iterative process. Code, render, and validate. For every modification, the user needs to go to the code and edit it based on visual inspection of the view. Unfortunately, navigating the code and linking it with the view to modify the models is challenging. Not only locating code statements of a specific part is hard, but editing the code requires significant efforts to understand its logic. We have enhanced OpenSCAD with bidirectional programming features in terms of navigation and editing. The reverse search feature allows users to navigate the code through the view. By right-clicking on a part of the 3D model, the user can see the different CSG nodes that created and navigate them by hovering over the items. When selecting a node, the system marks it as the target node and highlights in green the corresponding code statements in the code editor. The call order is enumerated in the margin to help understand the order the code follows to create the target. In the view, the edges of the target elements are colored green as well. When selecting a difference or intersection statement, the system adds color transparencies of the elements removed in the Boolean operation. The user can inspect them and right-click on them to navigate their code. In our example, we have selected one of the transparent items. When selecting a node, the other elements were colored pink. These are impacted nodes, corresponding to nodes or elements different from the target but created by the same line of code. In other words, nodes affected by the same code statement. In this case, a target code statement inside a loop creates all the transparent elements. So the user knows that editing the target statement will also modify the impacted elements. With the forward search, the user can navigate the view from the code. When finding code statements which contribution is unclear, the user can place the cursor on it and press F1 key. The system then looks for the elements on the view created by this statement. If there is only one, it will be marked as target. If there is more than one, the system will mark them as impacted and color them consequently. The user can perform special modification directly on the view with direct manipulation interactions. After selecting the element of interest, the user chooses the transformation to perform: translation, rotation, or scaling. The program places a widget for each one of the three axes in the relative position and orientation of the target. The user can then translate and rotate the object in the view using the mouse while the system updates the code. It creates an operation if it does not exist or edit its parameters otherwise.